Guys, what's the craziest things that's happened in the boys' locker room that most girls wouldn't understand? A guy in our high school took one of those wind-up disposable cameras, removed the flash, attached 2 spikes to the electrical ports and started stabbing and tasing people in the locker room. Just gonna save that comment for later. My teammates and I poured shampoo on the tiles and had a contest to see who could belly side the farthest. Oh, I'm wincing thinking of misfitted broken tiles and jagged edges. Fuck. Maybe my high school was a bit ghetto. Guy has 3 testicles. No one believes him. He shows everyone in the locker room his 3 testicles, except me because I came in late. Never have I been more disappointed to not see a man's testicles. That was probably a tumor though. It's a threemer. I saw 2 of my classmates sword fight with their dicks until one of them hit the other so hard he had to stop because his dick hurt. That's so heterosexual. That's the power of big dick energy. We had electric hand dryers and Axe body spray. If you block the intake of the dryer, the heating elements get really hot because of the lack of airflow and start to glow bright orange. Then, if you take your hand away and immediately spray Axe into the intake, a massive ball of fire shoots out the exit of the dryer. The fireball is bigger if you spray more cans at once. I would love to give that a try, but I'm a responsible adult now, so I first need to find a place without cameras and where no one knows me. As a girl, I didn't witness this one, but our gym teacher told us about it. All the boys in my gym class collectively smeared the entire locker room with deodorant. Every wall, every surface. I've always wondered what was going through their heads that made them all decide to do that. The plan was to set fire to it. Obs. For a teenage boy, that's always the plan. Chased each other with a huge dildo we found in a bag in a forest nearby. As a kid, me and my sisters would sword fight with my mom's dildos but wonder why they were shaped like dicks. Mate, I was not supposed to laugh while parents thought I was asleep. Had an all-day sport assessment so every boy in my year was in the boys' locker room. Good idea to start with. Between assessments we were told to just wait in there. 5 minutes passed and next thing we knew the teacher walked in on 2 guys lighting each other's pubes on fire and putting each other out by humping each other, whilst everyone watched. Not sure if the girls were doing that either. It's funny how some guys are so worried about being perceived as gay if they wear a pink shirt, and then other guys are humping each other to stave off boredom during class while everyone else watches. A fat kid called another small kid gay, bullying him basically. The small kid then proceeded to go to the back, pick up the changing room hoover and then chased after the fat kid trying to suck on his man tits. It was a good day till Mr. Hoves came in. Edit. Okay, for context, this fat guy had been bullying this kid for a while and I think the kid just snapped. Although it was funny, it was also kinda scary. Imagine this little 5'5" skinny goblin child carrying such a big heavy hoover while running so fast it scared this huge fat guy. Oh, and yes, he did manage to get it on his left tit. Left a nasty mark that Mr. Hove saw. Gimme my milk back. After every PE lesson someone would stand against the shower wall and everyone else would throw their shoes at them. It went through the register who would stand against the wall. Don't remember how it started, but it went on from year 8 through to year 11. We did this only the losing team of whatever game we played would have to nominate someone. Then we'd form a gauntlet from the locker room door to the farthest point in the room and they'd have to run through it while getting pelted with sneakers. Good times. Letting out the loudest, longest, nastiest, melt the paint off the walls fart and getting compliments and asking what the hell you ate so the others could try to recreate it. My friend's response to the incredibly loud locker room fart was congratulations, it's a boy. Someone in my older brother's class stuck a matchbook on my brother's back right above his belt and lit it on fire as a prank. I guess my brother got a pretty serious burn at the base of his back about the size of an apple. He didn't tell anyone about it because he wasn't a snitch, but as he was getting ready for practice after school in the locker room, his coach saw it and assumed my brother was being abused. And my brother not admitting how it happened made everyone at the school assume the worst. My parents got called in and when the teachers threatened to call the police on my dad, my brother finally told them what happened. The kid who did it was going to get expelled for setting someone on fire. But my dad was an education is the most important thing in the world kind of guy and went to bat for the kid. I think the kid ended up with 3 years of detention. But he did get to stay in the school. That's pretty compelling your dad did that for the kid. I don't have kids of my own yet, but I'm not sure how I'd react with a burn like that. 3 things. 1. The trash locker. 2. The collective destruction of slightly bent lockers. 3. Fucking axe bombs. Oh, we know about the axe bombs. You could smell them from the other side of the gym, and usually the entire area of the school anywhere near the gym. In high school, one of the special ed kids was in the locker room before weightlifting class. Little dude's like, "Yeah guys, you want to see this trick naturally?" We're all like, "Yay man, we love to see your trick. What you got?" The hairy, childlike boy immediately takes his pants off, shits on the bench and slides all the way from one end to the other. The whole bench was streaked with shit and we all got excused from that class that day. Place stank for the rest of the week and we never looked at him the same. Sneaky guy. Moisturizing the bench. There was a whole thing at my school where there was a staph infection spread around the football team, on their testicles, because they all decided to shave their pubes and share the razor. Did any of them lose a testicle? To the best of my knowledge, no os equals 1, although there was an incident involving a goat emasculator that ended up in the loss of a testicle. Oh, and the guy that shredded his balls on the shower drain because they decided to slip and slide naked. He didn't lose anything except his dignity. Dick dropped out the bottom of my shorts as I tried to do up my laces. Got bullied about having a small cock every sports lesson after that. Small? After dropping out of your shorts? They were small shorts. It was pre-puberty. One time before cross-country practice we were sitting in there. One guy has his shirt off and is playing with the safety pins used to affix the numbers for meets to the jerseys. He says something like, "I wonder what this would feel like," and proceeded to pierce his nipple with the safety pin. Close it up and then ran practice like that. What the fuck? We had a guy fuck a banana peel to completion for a tenner. To completion makes this sound so much worse. Not even an actual banana, the peel? I wanna know how. We had an electric razor and dared a guy to shave his head. Things escalated until someone took a chunk out of a different guy's hair. Realizing as a group we had gone too far and a major injustice was committed, we all shaved our heads. Like 30 guys all shaved their heads in solidarity. We did the same thing when a guy got pegged with a rock in the back and it left a major bruise. Everyone took a rock in the back. The next week we had a pool party at school and all the guys had one big welt on the back. Our administration had no clue what we were going to do next but worked really hard to make sure we didn't accidentally kill someone. Bruh moment. We covered ourselves and the floor entirely in soap and then all did the belly penguin slide across the room in turns, while the others were screaming like cavemen at the contestants. The one who got the furthest won. I forget people in other countries shower after pay. Ha. Playing baseball in the showers, with a ping pong ball, and a very large penis. So, did you all use the same very large penis? Or did you all just have very large penises? Well, obviously the lads with the larger schlongs bat at the top of the order. As you get to the 6, 7, 8 slots there's a marked decrease in length, as well as girth. Obviously the pitcher isn't packing anything particularly impressive either. Some locker rooms use the DD, designated dong, but I prefer a more traditional approach. I think it's pretty common, but we had fights with towels in the locker room. However, we got so good at it we would actually start bleeding if we got hit. A lot of girls and teachers asked why our t-shirts had blood on them and one time why the locker room walls were splashed in blood. We just said it was like that when we got there and that we tripped or something like that. Imagine the janitor going in that locker room to clean. In high school we used to have this one guy that did a victory lap around the locker room after practice or after we won. This involves him getting butt-ass naked and high-stepping a couple laps around the locker room so his junk was flopping all over the place. We for some reason cheered and yelled while this was going on. Good times. It more gay stuff than any girl ever imagined. The shower piss bombs. Only possible for those with foreskin, as is normal in Sweden. Close up your dick with your foreskin and piss until your foreskin can't hold it anymore and it blows. Working what? Is it possible to learn this power? Just this week, kid somehow snuck a dead rat from the biology room, stuck it in a bag for a few days, then threw it into the locker room while people were changing. Similarly, a kid in my PE class put a pint of chocolate milk in his locker on the first day of school. On the last day, he took it into the locker room, opened it, and left it under one of the benches. There was a stench when everyone got back from PE class that day, but no one could tell where it was coming from. Then someone in their haste kicked it over while changing. You never saw a locker room clear out so fast. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.